And have you talk a little bit more about kind of what happened when you were like, oh, I know what health is. And then you were like, oh, wait, what? And you had to really kind of reframe and understand, like, whoa, it's not just about what I eat and what I drink and how I exercise and how much sleep I get, even though that, of course, matters, but that there was so much more. What did you discover and what did you do about it?
Oh, yeah, this is amazing. Yeah. So I was one of those people that thought that it was all about diet and exercise and, potentially taking the right supplements. And like I said, when I changed those things and made improvements in those areas of my life, I did see a difference, but I was still having issues. And so one of the things that I really learned is that pain travels around the body until we really get to those emotional spaces. Just for example, having shoulder pain and being able to put something on your shoulder and say, okay, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do the stretches. I'm going to do the exercises. I'm going to take the medicine. And when you think that you've taken care of that issue, the pain has gone away, something else creeps up in the body because the body's a container. It's a messenger of what is happening inside. And so when when it hit home for me that, the issues that I was having weren't going away, even with all of the changes that I made, that's when I realized I had to go deeper. And I also realized that I didn't have to do it by myself. And so that's when I signed up in a mentorship program with a master herbalist. I knew that this was the path that I wanted to take because the plants had been so restorative for me just in doing the work that I was able to do myself, but I realized that I needed to go deeper if I wanted these issues to go away for good. And that's really, being under the guidance of somebody else is what really helped me understand that the piece that I was missing was the emotional piece. And I was someone, because I grew up in a traumatic environment, I was completely detached from my emotions. That was my survival mechanism. So I'm into my 20s and not connecting with my emotional space, being really distant and detached, and really not even having a vocabulary for that. And the plants opened me up to that. Plants don't just work on our physical bodies. They absolutely do that, but they work on our spirits and our mind as well. And they help us open us up to our inner spaces that we might be resistant to. So I'm a huge advocate, obviously, for healing with plants. I'm also an advocate of getting help and asking help, whatever modalities that you are drawn to. Seek out the people who have accomplished what you're trying to accomplish in that realm and study with them. Let someone be your guide and realize that you don't have to do this by yourself. And spirit is going to take you down all sorts of paths if you're open. And I would say, follow those inspirations. I returned to astrology after being away from it for decades because a woman in the church had chastised me for bringing an astrology book on a youth retreat. And it came back to me decades later, and it ended up being this source of this wealth of information, not only about myself, about the human experience, about our spiritual lessons, what we're likely to face in our lifetimes, why we're here. And I'm like, this was one tool that I wish I had with me, those missing decades, but it really helped me. And now it's a part of my practice and helping other people too. So it's you don't know, you can't map it out, but you do have to be open to the twists and turns of the journey and keep saying to yourself that you're willing to show up for yourself in this deeper connection.